Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Biology Solution Point. So today we are going to discuss the chapter number 1 of class 10th cell cycle of ICSE board. So a cell cycle stands for the stages through which a cell passes from one cell division to the next. Now, before we are going to discuss more about the cell cycle, first we have to know that what is cell. So, in your previous class, means in class 9, you study about the cell. So, cell is basically the structural and the functional unit of life. And a cell consists of different kinds of a cell structure and a cell organelles. So, the outer membrane of a cell is called cell membrane or the plasma membrane, which is selectively permeable. Beside this, a cell consists of different kinds of a cell organelle, likewise the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of a cell and provide energy for its metabolic activities, a Golgi body, which help in the transportation and other different kinds of structure, and beside them, a cell consists of most important cell structure, which is called a nucleus. A nucleus consists the genetic material of a cell, the genetic material which control all the activities of a cell. These genetic material are called chromosomes. Now, if I'm going to enlarge the structure, so it's somehow like this. So basically chromosomes are X shape. Okay. Now, chromosome consists of two most important parts. First of all is chromatid, and another one, that circular structure, which is called centromere. So basically a chromosome consists the two elongated parts which are called chromatids, and these two chromatids attach with the help of a protein molecule called centromere. Now, beside them, a cell is also consists an important cell organelle which is called centrosome. A centrosome. So, centrosome is somehow like that. So, a centrosome consists of two elongated rod-like structure which are called centrioles. And these centrioles are surrounded by a circular membrane called centrosphere. Or if you remember, then the function of centrosome is help in cell division. So, basically during the time of a cell division, the two main structure of a cell, first one is the chromosome and another one is the centrosome, play a very important role. So now we are going to discuss about the different stages of a cell cycle and how a cell is going to be divided. So the cell cycle. Now cell cycle basically divided into two main phases. The first phase is called interphase and another phase is called M phase. Now, interphase is also called non-dividing phase because in this phase cell is not going to be divided, but it actually prepare for the cell division, where the M phase is called dividing phase because the cell is going to be divided into the two or more daughter cells. Now, interphase is further divided into three main phases. So it divided into three main phases. The first one is called G1 phase. Another one is called S phase. And the third one is called G2 phase. G1 phase. Now, G1 phase is also known as growth 1 phase or the growth first phase. The main characteristics of this phase is cell enlargement take place, means the cell is going to be enlarged in size. Next, cell is highly metabolically active. And the third, the most important one, cell organelles are replicated. So there are the three main important processes which are going to take place during the G1 phase. The cell enlargement means the cell enlarges size. Second, cell is highly metabolically active, means it performs all the metabolically function. And other one, cell organelles are replicated. Replicated means double. For example, initially a cell consists of single mitochondria. Then after the G1 phase, it consists the two mitochondria. So replication in this sense means doubling of the cell organelles. Now, if I'm going to draw the diagram of G1 cell, so it is basically somehow like that the cell is enlarged its size, all the cell organelles are double, and its nucleus. Its nucleus consists the rod-shaped chromosomes. Yes, the rod shapes, not the X-shaped chromosomes. So, during the G1 phase, a cell consists that kind of a chromosome which is a rod shape, not the X shape. Rod shaped chromosome consists only a single chromatid and a centromere. Okay, so this is the most important point which you have to note down, that during the G1 phase, cell consists a single chromatid chromosome which is a rod shape, or we can say that I-shaped chromosome. Now, we are moving towards the S phase. Now, it's done for the S phase. Now, S phase is known as synthesis phase. Synthesis phase because during this phase, synthesis of DNA take place, or we can say that synthesis of genetic material take place. So, during the synthesis phase, synthesis of DNA or the genetic material take place. What does it mean? So, it means that during the G1 phase, all the cell organelles are replicated, where during the S phase, genetic material or DNA is replicated. So, this is actually the replication of DNA. Now, due to the replication of DNA, during the S phase, the chromosomes structure is going to be changed. So, suppose it's a cell, that's the nucleus. So, chromosomes are become now X shape. So during the S phase, chromosomes are a pair like that. So during the G1 phase, the chromosomes are rod-like structure which consists of single chromatid. But during the S phase, the chromosome consists of two different chromatid. So what does it happen? It actually, during the replication of DNA, or actually the synthesis of DNA, whenever the DNA is synthesized more, then the chromosome form or develop its extra chromatid and they appear in X shape. Okay, now it's turn for the G2 phase. Now G2 phase is also known as growth second phase or the growth 2 phase. Now during the G2 phase, synthesis of protein and RNA takes place. So actually during the G2 phase, protein and RNA synthesis take place, which means all the essential ingredients, likewise the hormones, the enzymes which are necessary or which are important for the cell division are going to be synthesized during the G2 phase. So these all three phases of the interphase: G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. During the G1 phase, cell enlargement takes place, cell is highly metabolically active and cell organelles are replicated. In S phase, synthesis of DNA and genetic material take place, and in G2 phase, synthesis of protein and RNA take place. During the G1 phase, chromosomes are a pair rod-like structure. In S phase, chromosomes are a pair in X-shaped structure. Okay. In G2 phase, chromosomes are similarly, likewise the S phase, they are X-shaped structure. Okay, there is no change in the structure of chromosome in the G2 phase. So, in the G1 phase, if we are going to talking about the cell of a human body, so chromosome number is 46. Okay, or we can say that 23 pairs. In S phase, after the synthesis of more DNA or more genetic material, the chromosome number is still same, 46 and 23 pairs. Why? Because the extra DNA which is going to be synthesized during the S phase is still attached to the previous chromosome, or we can say that the old chromosome or the old chromatid. Okay. So you have to remind that in the G1 phase, the chromosomes are rod-shaped structure, and in S phase, the chromosomes are X-shaped structure. Okay. Now, in a very short, quick manner, G1 phase, all the cell organelles are replicated. S phase, replication of DNA or the synthesis of DNA take place, and G2 phase, protein and RNA synthesis take place. Proteins means the important enzymes and the hormones which are necessary for the cell division. So after these three phases, cell is completely prepared to enter into the dividing phase or the M phase, which we are going to be discussed in our next video. For more such kind of videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. For more such kind of videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.